Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Polestar. We've got some big news to do with Polestar. Polestar luxury brand focus over EV range. This is very important. This is something that the CEO have been talking about quite recently. I thought I might write an article. This article is available on our website. There's a link in the description. Be sure to check it out and read upon the article to learn more. You can also subscribe to our newsletter, and that's available on the homepage of our website, so it shouldn't be any problem. Designer turned CEO Thomas Ingelow questions the importance of efficiency, emphasizing brilliant new ideas. Polestar CEO said he would give up some of the efficiency and range of the electric cars to ensure it has distinctive visual identity or quality. This is very interesting. It's not the direction that a lot of brands are taking. It's a different perspective. It's a different direction as well. A lot of EV brands are trying to focus more on range. And of course, here we've got Polestar CEO and the company taking a different strategy towards success. Now, during this keynote speech at the Financial Times Future of the Car conference in London, the speaker posed an intriguing question, and I quote, "Must we all aspire to be the champions of efficiency? Should our sole focus be on attaining the longest or most expressive range?" The speaker's intention was to provoke thought and challenge the prevailing notion that success of automobile hinge solely on achieving maximum efficiency and range. That's a very good point. Buying an electric car, it's not just about range. It's not just about which car has the longest range. And it's a similar thing when it comes to gas-powered cars, petrol-powered cars. People aren't necessarily thinking about which of these cars will last the longest on a tank of gas. People rarely think about that. They rarely think about that. They think about the features of the cars, how it looks on the exterior and interior, if it drives well, and if it's a good car overall. But when people focus on the engine size and how much petrol it consumes, that tends to be lower on the list, especially to people who can afford it, people who know that it won't make a big difference. It can differ in opinion. Thomas stated that he believes that to create a distinctive brand identity, giving away 1 or 2 kilometers of range for certain characteristics of the car can be acceptable. The CEO also said he would advise Polestar customers to assume a certain percentage of reduced efficiency if it means for more pronounced qualities in the car characteristics. Nonetheless, it is imperative that this amount is bearable, which means that the range, it doesn't have to be the most, but it certainly has to be good enough that customers won't be worried about range anxieties. And the thing about Europe is that customers, they're not worried about range anxieties because Europe is very different compared to the USA. The United States, when you're traveling state to state, you need a car that can have a long range. Tesla Model S, Tesla Model Y, these cars are known for that kind of thing. The Lucid Air. I can see a lot of customers choosing those vehicles over a Polestar 2 when it comes to driving long distance. But if it's intercity driving, then Polestar 2 is more up your street if you prefer the characteristics of that car because it's more luxurious. It's more interesting interior than a Tesla car. So if you're in the UK, you don't really have to worry about range anxieties because cities are closer to each other. And most people don't necessarily travel intercontinental, state to state or city to city that often in the UK as compared to the United States. It's very different. If people are going to travel a lot, city to city in the United Kingdom, they tend to do it via train. That tends to be a very popular thing amongst Europeans. Perhaps might not be the same for Americans. Americans love to drive. They love their vehicles. They do take trains as well. But I think train commuting for work purposes, especially long distance on a regular basis, almost daily, is very common for Europeans. You got people who travel from Brighton to London on a regular basis just to work, almost on a daily basis. And the commute could be around a couple of hours there and back, which means that's like 4 hours there and back on a daily basis. But there's a lot of people who do that. Now, the concept of the Polestar 6 is to be seen as a two-seated roadster, the halo car for the brand. After its O2 concept car was welcomed with enthusiasm, Ingela thought not producing this groundbreaking car would be anything but irresponsible. The unique features of the upcoming Polestar 4 is that instead of a back window, there will be a flat rear deck, a overhead rear view camera to boost safety and visibility, something that Ingela finds brilliant. So you pointed out that when looking at the innovation, it would not be seen as solely a designer thing, but rather a technological question regarding the balance between visibility and safety. And for years now, he said that they've been striving to merge these two concepts, visibility and safety. And I think when you look deeper into the Polestar 4 transition to a rear view camera, it's starting to make a lot of sense. But that's if you look closer at this. It actually widens the view of the rear view mirror. Now that you've removed the rear view mirror and you've added a camera, it widens the view, so it increases safety if it's reliable. Now, on one hand, having a good view in your rear view mirror is important. At the same time, people sitting in the back would like to move the bar that area further away. Yet this would interfere with their visibility. This represents with a frustrating quandary. How can we resolve this without critics constantly writing about inadequate rear view vision? Examining the potential of technology, you quickly realize that a stream of projected on-screen camera can make all the difference. Suddenly, what was once a tiny inefficient display is transformed. Not only does it have the benefits of creating new authenticity, this innovation can also make the automobile appear more unusual than it was previously. It's truly remarkable what this technology is capable of achieving. Now, I'd recommend checking out my videos that I made about the Polestar 4, removing the rear view mirror. That was genius by Polestar. It actually increases the headroom space. Taller people can sit in the rear of that vehicle and still be comfortable. I think that's genius by Polestar. Absolutely genius. These days, the world is changing at a rapid pace, and I like that Polestar is not hesitant. They are bravely going into this. They're not afraid to change something up and try something new. Let me just say before we wrap up this video, I've got a few items that are free that you can download. I've designed a stocks and shares portfolio manager on Notion. Notion is a free website. It's a free app, and you can download this template and you can use it to manage your portfolio. It's really nice. I created this myself and I hope you enjoy it. I also created some new wallpapers. These are my Jupiter wallpaper pack. These are really awesome as well. Really beautiful wallpaper. I hope everyone can enjoy these. I really wanted to go into a different directions when designing these wallpapers, so let me know. We've also got some new articles. Some additional articles such as Candela and Polestar unveiling their game-changing flying boat. That was incredible. Really nice to see. So that's the direction that the Polestar CEO and the company is taking going forward. They're looking more on adding unique features to the car, having a strong brand identity, being known for a particular thing rather than just being known for range. And when you look at it, it makes sense. A lot of luxury cars, Porsche, Lamborghini, they're not the fastest supercars out there. Porsches, they're actually not even the most expensive cars out there. If you want to start buying a supercar or a high-end sports car, Porsche is perfect to start with. They're not the fastest, they're not the most expensive, but they can get you almost the same amount of attention. You know what I mean? And when it comes to luxury, Porsche does it at the best. They do it really well. So that's a similar practice that Polestar has taken with range. They don't have to be the fastest car out there. They don't have to have the longest range. But if they have a unique brand identity, if they can still compete with Mercedes, Tesla, BMW, Audi, that's meaningful. If they can still compete with Porsche, that's meaningful. Porsche Taycan, for instance. Now, since the last couple of weeks when the Polestar share fell in price, since the Q1 reports were released, the share hasn't been recovering that well. It's been recovering gradually, slowly. Some of the lowest points was $3.26. Now it's $3.39. So there's a little bit of a response, a little bit of a reoccurrence, some money being injected into this company for sure, at a small rate, but it is certainly steady, which is good. That's exactly what we need. Steady growth for Polestar right now, but nothing rush, nothing out of this world. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. So we want to keep the share price right there for as long as possible, because we want to buy up shares as much as possible before this company starts doing extremely well and everyone starts rushing into this stock. That doesn't do the stock much good. This is why Apple moves slowly. Apple doesn't just introduce all of their best products at once. They do it gradually and slowly so they can beat their projections, but only by a small margin. That's a smart way to run a business. It's a similar thing we want with Polestar, an Apple approach to doing business and creating products and having a moat in the market. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a comment, and I'll see you in our next video.